Dear Universe, this is a story of the time I took a corporate hiatus to go for a spiritual retreat. Deciding to put a pause on my corporate life for a month-long spiritual retreat was not an easy decision. In fact, getting there was nothing short of chaotic. Up until the very last minute, I was still tying up loose ends with work. I was exhausted and stressed out and truly didn't feel like I was about to embark on a spiritual journey of any kind. When I finally got on the road, I was more able to put my past behind and see the path beneath my feet more clearly. There's something about being in transit that gets me in a reflective mood. In the almost 30-hour flight from Singapore to Arkansas, each transit point was a reminder of how I've been putting my life on hold for fear of making a wrong turn. The act of booking my tickets and trusting that the pilots will take me to my destination felt like an important lesson in trust. I take my action steps and trust that I will be supported on the journey to my destination. Touching down in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and watching the road open up more and more to Mother Nature's presence, I knew then that I was exactly where I needed to be. I spent the first day in Arkansas by myself, just immersing in this new environment and being present to everything in me and around me. It was a beautiful and serene start to a wonderful new chapter in my life. A day later, my roommate arrived and we had a couple of days to spare before the retreat started to tour around Hot Springs. I don't drive, but fortunately my roommate loves driving. So we took a couple of long drives around Hot Springs and I fully enjoyed being a passenger princess. We were in the middle of a national park, so we were just taking in the nature around us and having lots of fun looking at American houses. I was trying my best to get into the retreat vibes. As you can see here, we were doing some light yoga. But surprise, surprise, I still had work to clear. My relationship with work is definitely something I want to improve for the rest of the year. Anyway, we were determined to make the most of our free days before the retreat, so we continued touring around Hot Springs. One of our main stops was visiting crystal shops. It's like a candy store for me. I just love looking at different crystals and the energy that they bring.
Wanna have like coffee with oat milk, but a lot of coffee and less oat milk? I don't know how to explain it. And then maybe iced?
Should you like an ice latte or something?
Okay, that's it.
Sorry. Oh yeah, we can actually.
I didn't know iced latte was it.
Yeah. Honestly, it was so nice spending some girl time together. I don't have that many girlfriends in Singapore, so I really cherished the time I had with my roommate. We just did really normal stuff together, like stocking up on groceries for the month, getting lost in the huge aisles of Walmart, and soaking up the pre-4th of July vibes. At home, we had chill nights in watching reality TV over dinner. There was something deeply touching about sharing everyday experiences with someone without feeling stressed about what's going to happen tomorrow. Stress is an emotion that I carry too much in my body, I think. And this home body experience was so healing and something I want to bring with me more back in Singapore. And finally, the retreat started. I didn't film the retreat itself, but the entire experience was intensive, thought-provoking, and very healing. I'm so grateful that I had someone to share my thoughts with at home as we worked through our shadows and traumas throughout the months.
You okay? He's going again.
Hello everyone, I think this is actually the first time that I am showing myself up on camera, and it's part of my decision to be more brave and authentic on this channel. So this is what I'm doing. It has been a really chaotic first week at this spiritual retreat that I'm at. I haven't really had a lot of time to film properly, and so you're getting bits and pieces of footage from in between classes. And for obvious reasons, I'm not filming the class itself, but I'm gonna try to do better at vlogging this trip because I really want to document everything that goes on here in this 1 month retreat. I was so afraid of even just taking 1 month away from work because I didn't know how I was going to apply for that much leave, and I don't have that much leave to take for a month from my job, so it would mean having to change up my work situation in quite a big way. And just the thought of that made me really afraid of changing my routine, my income, what makes me me, basically. I can only tell you now with hindsight that I'm so glad I made the choice to get out of my fear, to do what makes sense for me in my heart, because I'm so glad that I'm here. And I can't imagine what it would be like if I had stayed in my job and continued living life the way that it was and not allowed myself to be with something that my soul and my spirit really wants and needs. And that really brings me to this other thing that I've been thinking about, which is how can I show up more authentically in my spirituality? Spirituality is something that I really don't show people in my daily life because I am so afraid of people judging me for wanting to do tarot card readings or wanting to pick an oracle card, or my love for crystals, how I speak to my spirit guides and to source. Like, all of that I feel is a bit woo-woo, and I don't know how people would react to it. Yet it is a part of me. I want to show up more authentically in my spirituality and be able to meet and speak with people who can deepen my spiritual understanding and my spiritual self, and not just have the usual conversations that I have about, let's say, work or finances or the more material aspects of life, which are also very important to me. Showing up as my full spiritual self is truly so scary. I know that a lot of people feel the same way, but it's also something that I don't really talk about to a lot of people, despite knowing that I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm ready to just, what can I say? I'm just ready to step forward and not let the fear of judgment hold me back from being my full self. You never know. You really never know what the world will offer you and how you can meet people. And I want to be more open to the good possibilities rather than always looking at the possible downsides or the worst case scenarios all the time. So there are so many things that I have learned throughout this 1 week at the retreat. There were so many control issues coming up, how I was working together with my other classmates at the retreat to take care of our space and take care of our healing, and how we can let go of the need to be right and the need to decide who's right and wrong, and simply allow each other to be who we are and to exist with our differences, and also to connect with our differences and our similarities, because there's so much we can learn from each other. And I have been learning so much, and it's through all of these lessons, like real world earthly lessons, that I connect to my spirituality. It's not all about speaking to my spirit guides or having like spiritual awakenings. Like, at least it's not for me. For me, my bridge to spirituality has always been about dealing with my earthly issues and this earthly body, and working through all of the challenges and obstacles that I have, and through the adversities I grow as a person and I become more and more knowledgeable, and I receive more and more wisdom from the world and from the people around me, and that makes me grow in my spiritual self as well. This is, I guess, a mishmash of my first week at the retreat. I hope it gave you a bit of a glimpse into how this could be like. For this retreat itself, it's really not like just relax and sit back and just, you know, have a lot of healing sessions. It's not that kind of retreat. It's actually called the Full Spectrum Teachers Intensive. So we are in a very intensive schedule to prepare to become teachers, to teach metaphysical classes. Just to put it out there, I didn't sign up for this retreat to become a teacher. I don't even really know what my path looks like. I'm just here because I'm always in for a challenge, and a teacher's intensive sounds like straight up my alley in terms of like a real good challenge, and I'm here for that. Yeah, this is my first week here. It's kind of chaotic. It was in between taking care of myself and doing my daily routines. It was a lot of running to classes and preparing for materials, preparing for presentations in class. Very much like how you are in a university, like a normal university, just that all of our topics are metaphysical topics here. I will continue filming and showing you and bringing you along in the next 3 weeks left of this retreat, and I'm really looking forward to new wisdom and knowledge that I can share with you. And yeah, I am gonna go for my class this afternoon right now, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. See you soon. Bye.